Tonight's podcast is brought to you by the law offices of Alexander Shunarahanaloo.
Catfish here. I was pulling a hot load down 65 getting Mole Jimmy surfaced by a lady of the evening and such when a minivan carrying a family Ford up and appeared under my tires. Ain't no big deal. Killed 2 children, day mama, and crippled pappy. It ain't my fault I dragged them kids 7 miles down the road. I don't brake till I ejaculate. That's a rule of the road. Alexander Ternay sued that sorry son of a bitch for making my shipment late.
Hey, I'm M. Night Alexander Shunarahanaloo, and if you're a wreck, you will collect. My law office has been known to fuck up more families than cancer, and if you've even killed up to 5, you will survive. Call my law office now.
Hey, Alexander Shamalama Ding Dong. I broke my hand while finger blasting kids down at Hog Valley Elementary. Help me get the cash I deserve, Alexander Sammy Patty.
Alexander Shunarahanaloo is on the case. We'll be collecting for you, and you'll no longer be confined to Hog Valley Elementary. The whole world will be your classroom. Yeah, you'll get to go around and cap more brown than a worker at a Yoo-Hoo bottling plant. So be sure to call the law offices of Alexander Shunarahanaloo, because remember, I am your goddamn lawyer.
Welcome back again to the Good Ole Gamers podcast. It is February 18th. Is that right? Yeah.
Close enough.
February, is it? Yeah. Well, technically it's the 19th in 30 minutes.
I don't give a shit either way.
It's 11:30 p.m. We're at episode 85 on the Good Ole Gamers podcast. I'm Lyle McClendon. I'm joined as always with Brandon Gentry.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
And hopefully, if you need some really good law support, you give old Alexander Shunarahanaloo a phone call. Can never pronounce that guy's last name.
As many times I've seen his billboard, every 5 seconds, in fact.
I was fixing to say, like, you know you're in Alabama when you see Alexander Shunarahanaloo.
That's what I use to mark the borders of Alabama. Like, we go to Georgia on the way back. I'm like, we're not in Alabama until we see an Alexander Shunarahanaloo sign.
What a fine law office that guy has. You know, my cousin actually got real hopped up on like trucker speed, and I'm pretty sure he said he accidentally raped a bar full of women. That guy got him off. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
I mean, we've all been in that situation.
If fucking OJ would have only had that guy, like,
yeah,
OJ, he would have been able to prove that OJ didn't do it, and like, I don't know, OJ had a white doppelganger named, like, BJ or something. He drove a black Bronco.
BJ from Full House did it.
Yeah, maybe so. That son of a bitch, or... no, it's DJ.
DJ, okay, whatever.
Whatever. Fuck Full House.
Seriously, why'd I bring that up?
Well, what a stupid show that is. Anyways, hey, how are y'all?
Yeah.
We're going to attempt to talk video games this evening. And I think we probably have a healthy little news segment on our hand.
I'd say so.
We're, 2 weeks away from the launch of Nintendo Switch?
Yep.
A little more fuckery has come out about it, but a little bit of a silver lining, too, if it's true, that is. There's a few websites reporting that finally Nintendo may be answering our prayers about the Virtual Console stuff. I don't know about 3DS, but supposedly you're going to be able to bring over your Wii U Virtual Console titles to Switch.
I did see in one of the leaks of the whole thing where the guy got recorded a video of the menu. One of the fine print things in there said that your digital purchases will be tied to your Nintendo account. So that, if that's true, that's a huge fucking improvement over what they used to do, where it's tied to your fucking hardware.
That is one of the things that jilted me off, because about the last go round, I like the Wii U. I'm still a fan of the Wii U. I think it don't have shit out for it really, but it's a great console.
At the end of its lifespan, it became a decent system finally.
And I have an uncanny love for the 3DS, because 3DS to me is on the same par as Game Boy was.
Yeah, it's great.
I play my fucking 3DS just as much as I do any other console or PC, you know. And I really hope that they integrate that. That was one of my biggest gripes, you know, like everybody else, is like, I got fucking Mario 1 and 2 on Wii U. I've got Mario 1 and 2 on my 3DS. I've $20 where, you know, I've had to buy the same fucking game twice, if not more, being the fact that I already own it on original format. You know, like, that just always griped my ass. And I'm really glad to see that they're kind of, I guess, answering the fans and all.
We'll see how far they go with it.
On the flip side, though, one thing that really just pissed me off a little bit, Zelda. You know, everybody's like, Breath of the Wild, big new changes. I'm all for that. One of the things I didn't see, I had an idea, I guess, but, you know, like you said earlier, one of the last games that doesn't have the DLC fuckery, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, is getting DLC. And it's fucking $20. And you can get it, if you get it by launch, you get, I think, like 2 extra costumes and 3 treasure chests with like semi-rare items in it. For one, not a fucking Zelda game. You know, like, I'm not playing a Zelda game to quest. I mean, technically you do quest for items, being that you get a specific item to a specific dungeon to help you through
it. They're puzzle solving.
You're not like questing for like, I got some rare hats and these rare boots, and holy fucking Jesus, this thing's got an orange dot on it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
plus 10 dick points. Holy fuck.
You know, and then that comes out on launch or whatever. The summer, there's like some stuff coming out, and then the end of the year, they're coming out with a new dungeon, a new story, and all this other shit. I mean, I understand it's like to expand the longevity, you know, but goddamn it, I'm already paying $100 for the deluxe edition to get the map shit. Why not include that in that, man? Like, come the fuck on.
Right. At this point, I'm so fucking done with DLC. There's some games I've come to love. One of the reasons is because it doesn't have that fuckery. Mario, Zelda, most of the classic Nintendo titles don't have it. Mario Kart did. Mario Kart made a lot of sense for DLC, though, because new tracks and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Mario
Kart's a very repetitive game, though. Zelda's not. Mario's not. Those games, especially, you know, the newer 3D ones, there's so much different ways you can go about doing shit. It's not repetitive like Mario Kart, so...
Well, okay, riddle me this. And I mean, this may be a dumbass question, but... Okay, if Zelda Breath of the Wild is the final Wii U title, are they still going to fucking support internet on Wii U at the end of the year when that fucking DLC comes out for that?
I don't know.
Is that version getting the DLC? I mean, they haven't said.
Yeah.
So
I imagine Wii U will probably have net support for a while.
I figure, I mean, they at least keep Smash Brothers and Splatoon and shit active because, you know, tons of people still play them. I don't know. It just pissed me off, man, because, you know, it was real hard for me to justify spending the $100 to get the deluxe Breath of the Wild, but I mean, I wanted the map and the shit that went with it. You know, I've done bitched about that already. The fact that I'm paying fucking essentially $40 extra bucks for a map. You know, shit that they used to include with the game.
Yeah.
But no longer do. They're not even... we're just retreading ground. Because, I mean, I'm not going to even argue the pack-in and all that shit anymore.
The only other Switch news I brought in was I saw the video of the Street Fighter 2 first-person mode on the Switch, and it looks like absolute goddamn dog shit. And, not that I expected it to be great, but it's just a gimmick. I
think it's so funny. My buddy called me and was just like, "Oh, did you see the new mode for Super Street Fighter Hadouken Edition or whatever the fuck they're calling it now?" And I'm like, they have to do something new to sell the same goddamn game that's 30 years old for the 70 millionth time. Like,
yeah, it's just I'm not sold on it, and I don't know.
It's kind of odd for a Street Fighter game to me. Like,
yeah, just play Street Fighter like Unreal Tournament with motion controls. No thanks.
Not my idea of a good time.
I mean, it's an optional mode, so if you don't like it, you can just ignore it. But saying that these are the things that they're promoting, I'm like, well, if this is your good shit, what's the bad shit going to be like?
Yeah, no shit. Like, how bad shovelware are y'all bringing out on this motherfucker? Like, it's my cell phone can run Street Fighter 2. Like, anybody's can at this point. I don't know. I feel like I have a reason. Well, not a reason, but I feel like I have a right, I guess, to bitch about it, being that I'm giving them my hard-earned moolahs.
Well, anybody who likes Nintendo has a right to bitch about it, because I would love to get into it, but I'm like, I'm not sold yet.
Yeah. I know a bunch of people that aren't. I don't know. They haven't. They're kind of doing the same shit they done though for Wii U. They're not really giving a whole lot of information, and the launch is 2 weeks away.
And another big thing that they've done, same as the Wii U, is like any answers about their online services has been really, really vague.
Yeah,
and well, the modern console, the online part of it is fucking essential. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in them.
There's something I want to look up just while we're on the Switch before we switch away from the topic. Well, I want to. So, talking about the fact they haven't revealed anything. They haven't even revealed what the home menu screen and all that shit is to look like. And there's a dude on the internet. I think his name is like, I want to say it's Neo GOAF or something. Anyways,
yeah, the leaked footage.
He leaked a video of him booting up his Nintendo Switch and all this shit, and a leaked video of like the home menu and all that. He leaked it like a day or so ago. It's been like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
Supposedly, the big rumor going around right now is Nintendo has taken back the leaked Switch console that he got sent early. I
wonder
Neo Gaff is the guys.
Is that the guy or is that the group of people he's with?
Oh, it's a user. Oh, it's a NeoGAF user named Hypo Probot, something like that. Anyways, he said that they come and take it back, I suppose. Like you said earlier, you think the fucking Nintendo police kick the goddamn door in with their zappers and they're just like, everybody freeze!
It's me, the fucking popo.
You get the down on the floor, I'll break your fucking ribs. Mario, he has a gun.
I don't know. I'm sure there's legality shit where they're like, hey, if we give you this early, you got to abide by these rules, or we will call Alexander Shunarahanaloo and we will fuck your family.
It's just like the movie Lost Boys. He's laying in bed, not playing at Switch, and looks at Alex Shunarahanaloo just like floating outside of his window. He's like, I'm suing you. Instead of being like, we'll see you in hell, boy. He's like, I'll see you in court. Fucker. I don't know. We'll see. The Good Ole Gamers are going to be doing a Switch launch party that Saturday night. So hopefully, I got another friend, our buddy Bradley. is coming that helped us with Game Fest last year, and he's got a pretty good camera set up and all. So hopefully we'll be able to Twitch stream everything, and you'll be able to see us getting worked out. Because I want to get real drunk and just trash talk it a little bit, probably.
You know, being that the Switch doesn't have any kind of streaming services on it, you'll need a capture card of some sort to record video of it decently.
Oh, shit. Alex has got one, so we'll figure something out. I don't know. I gotta buy some 2-player games because all I've got pre-order right now is Breath of the Wild. I know I'm gonna pick up Bomberman.
Bomberman will be great.
Bomberman's the only other game I've been excited for. I'm not paying $50 for 1-2 Switch, but like I said, we're just retreading ground from last week. So let's switch away from that goddamn topic.
I saw this. The SNES preservation project is practically dead after guys lost about $10,000 or 100 carts in the mail. Yeah.
I heard about this.
Yeah, renowned member
$10,000 worth. Right?
Renowned member of the emulation community, user BYUU. He was working with a European collector to dump ROMs of all the possible carts, and on the second of the 5 shipments, I think he was sending it back to the collector. The Jersey City Post Office, quote unquote, lost the package. He eventually got them to respond to him, and they sent him a torn up shipping label. It was a piece of cardboard with the shipping label on it, and they said it was damaged in their machines. The shit was fucking stolen. I mean, the package probably did get damaged in the machine, and they saw it's full of Super Nintendo games.
They're like, yoink,
shit,
yoink. Well, you can't track a fucking Super Nintendo game, and I mean, you could, but
now, you really can't unless you put special markings on it.
Yeah.
One thing is that he didn't have shipping insurance on the state side. He had shipping insurance on the international shipping, but not here in the States. Which, to me, screams big fuck up, because if you're shipping $10,000 worth of anything, you make sure it's fully fucking insured.
No shit, man.
I don't like shipping insurance for most things. If I'm buying or shipping something $50 worth, I'm not going to pay $5-10 for shipping insurance.
Oh, fuck no.
But $10,000, shit's going to be insured. I want to make sure it's 100% insured.
Well, you're making... Well, the guy was spending 10... He was selling $10,000.
He wasn't selling it. They were just... The collector let him use those carts to get the ROMs off of, to preserve all the Super Nintendo
So
games.
technically, he's out the money to the collector now, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how they decided to work. That just... God damn it. That infuriates me, man. Somewhere out there right now, some sniveling little fucking postal worker, because they ain't gonna fuck with a postal worker.
No, he's like, I'm a government worker. You ain't gonna fucking fire me.
I'm a union motherfucker. Just, God damn it, man.
And it sucks to kind of give a black eye to such a great project trying to preserve all the fucking games out there, because eventually all these physical games aren't going to work. The digital side is going to be the only way to play this shit. So those kind of projects are really important to preserving the history of gaming. So, yeah, give me one of them hipster beers.
Oh,
Wonder Twin powers, activate.
We're drinking some raspberry Berliner Weiss,
and the shittiest eco-friendly 6-pack holder pisses me off.
This shit's made.
A duck could still get its shit fucked up in that thing. I mean, turtle get his neck caught in that shit still. It just makes it a pain in the ass. And 20 times more fucking plastic was used in that. How the fuck is that eco-friendly?
Well, it's made out of 96% recycled content.
They made the other shit out of recycled content, so...
This was made in Birmingham.
Fuck it.
So this comes from the layer of the hip.
Yeah.
I think I can smell patchouli on the outside of the can. Man, that just... God damn it. What would you do if you lost $10,000 worth of rare games in the mail? Would you go postal on the postal office?
I would probably go to Jersey City USPS, and I would ask some questions and break some kneecaps, probably.
Yeah.
It's not even for the money, just the fact of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the principle.
Yeah.
Of, if your shit isn't safe with the fucking postal workers, like,
Who's it safe with?
Yeah, like, why in the fuck are you going to use the postal service? Like, ugh.
Why are we propping up money for this fucking, this organization that's losing money every year? Why are we propping them up if they're stealing our shit?
No kidding. It's weird, though, that, it said, my grandma worked at the post office in Vermont when I was little, and I remember them. I got some kids fucking Han Solo with removable stormtrooper helmet from a cereal box when I was a kid because, like, they got a damaged box and didn't know who it was supposed to go to.
Oh, hell.
And they threw it in the garbage can, and my grandma got the action figure out and was like, here you go. I'm like, fuck you, Timmy, on 3rd Street. It might have been his Make-A-Wish Foundation tour or something. I fucking stole it. Son of a bitch.
Steady. You got finger blasted by Alexander Shunarahanaloo.
Yep. That guy's a cretin, man. He fucking keeps criminals on the streets. Like, he must be a good damn lawyer.
Must be.
Pay for all them goddamn billboards.
More Pillars of Eternity news. It's up to 2.8 million out of the original 1.1 million goal. Nice. It's ending February 24th. But yet again, there's more stretch goals. They hit 3 million. They're going to introduce this companion relationships system. Shitty side of it looks like it's going to have like the romance shit. I don't fucking give a shit about that, but it's more than that, though.
It's going to have a dating simulator.
Yeah. No, it's more than that, though. Like, if you do shit the characters don't like, they'll respond to that. And, I don't know. Maybe it'll be like some other games where if you piss them off enough, they'll leave your party and that kind of thing. It's just cool adding more dynamic to the characters' interactions there. And if they get 3.25 million, which I kind of doubt the pace they're going, they'll introduce sidekicks, which are basically companions without quests. And Pillars of Eternity, your party members consist of your main character, as usual. Companions, which are like fully fleshed out characters with backgrounds, and they have their own quests and that kind of thing. You can get to know them along the way. But these sidekicks, and then the other one that I have in Pillars of Eternity are just you can custom make companions, which they don't have any quests, they don't have any real interaction because you just made some generic adventure number 32, but you make them exactly how you want them. Sidekicks are in between in that they have the fleshed out backgrounds and personalities of the companions, but they don't have the quests. Whether or not we get that, I really don't give a shit. The relationship thing might be cool. Still don't give a huge shit. Biggest thing I cared about was getting the double voice acting, so I'm good with wherever it is.
Nice.
Looking forward to it.
It sounds like it's going to be pretty good, from what little you've told me. Canceled arcade game Primal Rage 2 now has a playable ROM out that you can play with MAME. That's just come out. If you didn't know it, Primal Rage 2 was supposed to come out, I think, in like 95, 96.
I think there was like 2 arcade machines, something like that in existence.
Yeah. There was actually, when you bought the original Primal Rage back in the day, there was a contest that you could sign up for. You could sign up in like Game Pro magazine too, I think, where you could actually win a part to be one of the little villagers in Primal Rage 2. And I kind of, I was just wondering, I wonder if somebody actually won that. I'm sure they did, but
yeah,
I wonder if they're just like, here's a rain check,
Yeah.
Here's a free $10 coupon of Dairy Queen. Thanks for flying out to Los Angeles for nothing.
I remember seeing a story, I think it might have been a couple years ago, one of the big arcade conventions
96 is when it was supposed to come out, excuse me. I'm listening.
One of the big arcade conventions out west had one of the few existing cabinets there, and some asshole spilled like a big cup of booze on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That shit makes me nervous, like Southern Fried, because, I love having my drink with me, but at the same time...
Those are people's arcade cabinets.
Right. if my arcade cabinet in there, some asshole spilled booze all over it and walked off, I would be fucking fuming.
Oh, shit, dude. I was walking in there every fucking couple hours just checking on my consoles. I'm much less leaving a cabinet down there, Oof. I'm excited for this year, though. I'm trying to look where you can actually get the ROM app. There's a specific kind of MAME you have to use to run it, because reading this, it uses Atari Jaguar hardware. So to make that fluidly work, you have to download a type of MAME called MAME for Rage 2.
Okay, so it's a custom.
Yeah,
modded.
it's just specifically to run it. There's actually a couple YouTube videos that shows that you can look up that'll, I guess, teach you how to download it and get it working. There's actually like a Reddit thread too for MAME for Rage 2, which is all one word. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's one I wouldn't mind trying out, because I've always been somewhat curious about it.
On a side note, we were talking about Southern Fried. I'm not going to be able to go because I'm going to be spending fucking thousands at Disney World. I'm gonna try to make it a point to stop by Disney Quest there, which is, they have like their own little video arcade / simulation building set up, and it's closing in July forever. So
oh shit,
we're gonna hit that up because it's gonna be the only fucking chance we can, and I'll talk about that. So
nice.
If you can't experience it, you at least hear about how it was okay, or it might be awesome. Fuck if I know.
See, Brandon could go to Southern Fried if one of you rich, loving listeners want to send us a check for $1,000 for our trip. You will be reimbursed. You'll get a T-shirt and a shout-out on our podcast. Which girl goes...
You get a producer credit.
It goes, now you can own 1/64th of the Good Ole Gamers podcast. Our Kickstarter tier starts at a mere 999 simoleons. That's $1,000 between you and I. So, send him checks in. NBA Jam Tournament Edition has got a 2017 update.
Nice.
That's just out. And it actually, you know how the old NBA Jam gave you like hidden characters like Clinton? Yeah. Guess who one of the hidden characters on this one is?
Oh, do we get Trump?
We get Harambe.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, I haven't played it yet, but I plan on downloading it. It's a full-on redone ROM hack.
Nice.
And it's like all current rosters, which I don't know jack shit about the NBA. So.
They should have one that's just nothing but like internet fads and outrage porn characters. Just, be Trump and Harambe and the fucking, like, the alligator with a child hanging out of its mouth.
You better be careful down there at Disneyland with your kids.
Yeah, I will.
Them gators still running free like a bunch of hungry hippos down there.
I'm going to surf a fucking gator. I'm going to hop in that bitch and just ride that bitch.
I just kind of wonder, do you think that this may be really insensitive? It's like we've never done that before, though, but I just kind of wonder if, like, maybe the alligator that snatched the little kid up was the same one that took Captain Hook's hand. Like,
it could be.
Maybe they're relatives. And it's just like that little kid was actually on the set of Peter Pan 2 and didn't know it. Now he is a lost child. I'm just digging this shithole. Dude, I've been having one of my pissy days. I just hate everything today, so y'all have to excuse me. I'm sorry if I sound like a asshole. Insensitive prickwad. That's okay, though. Worst things have happened.
We are insensitive prickwads, so.
What else you got for that news?
Last bit I got is a little on the disgusting side, I think. It disgusts me.
Not on this podcast.
Well, it disgusts me on not on like I'm offended by, something created or whatever level. Just disgusted with, I guess, the way things are going now. Humble Bundle has an anti-Trump bundle up containing mostly indie shovelware for $30. Proceeds go to fight Trump on immigration. And
really?
Why is a gaming development or a gaming selling platform getting involved in fucking politics? That's not what I fucking want. I don't give a shit your stance on any of that, but it's...
Video games are kind of meant, like we've always said, it's escapism. Like, you want to play video games. I do because, you know, I'm not an idiot. I realize the world's in sad fucking shape right now.
Right.
We do have an idiot running our fucking country. You know, whoop-de-doo. I voted. You know, it didn't turn out the way I wanted. I didn't want fucking Hillary Clinton either. I'm not getting political. That's nobody's goddamn business how I voted, but I'm not for the dude either. You know, but you gotta go with it. You can't fucking be it's fine to protest shit, I guess, but seeing a bunch of these people, they just making themselves look like goddamn idiots.
Yeah.
You know, did you know they're trying to pass a law in Tennessee, and this is no fucking shit, dude, and it's about to pass. The bill's in front of the Senate, and they're for it. If people are protesting in Tennessee now, and they are blocking a road, you can run them the fuck over.
Fuck yes.
It is legal.
Fuck yeah.
It is legal to run somebody, or like, I'm pretty sure they passed it. Like, the bill got enough votes. If they are openly protesting and blocking the road in Tennessee, you can run them over. You can Google that shit and look at the law and
that's
shit.
awesome, because legal or not, that's what I'd be doing anyways.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking stopping.
You're the asshole in the road, not me. I'm in the road.
Flesh
in my
versus car.
Yeah.
Car wins.
Well, you know, just, it's like that, you know, everybody's making a meme out of that fucking little, I guess it's a girl. No!
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking.
And you can see her fucking looking at the camera, waiting for it.
Yeah, like, there's like, obviously media around her, and she's like, oh, I'm about to show my ass and get national attention.
It's a fucking child. That's what children do.
Well, I'm just like, I don't. Oh man, I really like. I want to move to Canada, or I just want to move out of the U.S. at some point. And it's not because of Donald Trump. It's not even because of the government. It's because of the goddamn people we have living here. We have some ignorant, fucking, stupid people that need a goddamn bullet between their eyes living here. And I'm not saying everybody's like that, and that's a harsh thing to say, I guess, but goddamn it. You're going to procreate at some point, and your kids are going to be more stupid than you are. Like, they're going to take all these bullshit values that you have, and they're going to take it to heart and amp it up by 10.
Yeah,
and then we're going to have a real shitty situation on our hands.
This shit I've been saying, it's like, it reminds me again of 2008 when Obama got elected. I mean, it's the other side of the fence, but people shit the fucking bed.
They were freaking the fuck out, man.
And I'm saying that because this isn't a one side or the other thing. It's people. It's everybody. Calm the fuck down. It's just the president.
People are unhappy because they didn't get what they fucking expressly wanted and shit. Like, you know, what I was getting at earlier is like the whole video game escapism thing.
Yeah.
We all know the world's a dark, shitty place. Like, I've been through some real motherfucking shit in the past few months. I know you've been through real shit your entire life. We all have.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
what
that's like a website I would, you know, that's just like there's no reason to get involved in that. You know,
especially gaming. I mean, especially a service like Humble Bundle, which has
it's an excellent service.
Yeah, like, and the ideas behind it they were fucking great. You buy video games, goddamn kids in Africa get to eat. Wow, what a novel idea. I want to do that. I don't want to buy video games so you can fund political organizations to fight Trump. Fuck that. If those dollars could be feeding kids or helping people in disasters, you know, giving to the Red Cross, what the fuck ever, do that. Don't fucking use it on this political bullshit. So if this becomes like what Humble Bundle just keeps doing, I'm just going to ignore that site. As much as I like to save money on some of the deals that they got, and even this bundle isn't worth a fuck.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you just said, though, what is the money exactly? What are they doing to counteract it?
They're giving it to political organizations.
Well, anybody with a brain knows how that shit goes.
Yeah.
You're essentially spending fucking money for advertising that you know isn't going to gain any goddamn traction
with
anything, period.
And at this point, it's no longer an election.
It's over with.
You could advertise from sun up to sundown. He's the fucking president. He's immune to advertising. Sorry, it's fucking done.
Well, I mean, yeah. And then another thing, like, just because Donald Trump fucking does something doesn't mean it's going to come to pass.
Right? It's not a law.
Congress, shit has to go through channels. You know, shit has to be voted on. Things have to be weighed out. It's not. He can sign an executive order, but just like this whole immigration thing, you know, the fucking judges and shit automatically overturned it.
Right.
And he's pissed off. But you know what? He's pissed. And there ain't a goddamn thing he can do about it.
And that's fine. That's
how,
the system.
That's how that shit works.
Yeah, that's fine. For or against it, that's the way it fucking works, and I don't give a shit. You know, that's something else that's pissed me off, because the whole escapism thing. Right now, I'm overloaded with work. I'm overloaded with school. My few hours away, I've removed myself from Facebook and social media as a whole, other than managing our podcast shit, because I don't want to be involved in this shit. I got too much shit on my mind to get caught up in this stuff. And the few times I do load up a news app to look at something, it's nothing but people belly aching or you know, supporting Trump and this and that. And I'm just like, fuck, there's more shit going on in the world.
I see people on there still bashing Obama.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, it's over with. That era is fucking over.
Yeah.
Get over it. Like,
but as hard of a time as I'm having getting away from this shit, and then I get on Humble Bundle to look at deals, and I see this shit, it's a thumb in the eye.
That's like just, you know, that's like booting up a game that has ads in it, and all the ads are like Republican
political.
or Democrat. You know, like, who the fuck wants to do that? Not me.
My old lady bitches about Trump. She's on Facebook all day, you know, getting all high on anti-Trump stuff, and I'll sit around and say pro-Trump stuff just to piss her off. I don't give a shit either way. I just like riling her up, but
yeah, getting a rise out of her.
But fuck, where was I going with that? I got distracted with me pissing her off because I love doing
talking
that.
about she bitches about Trump all day. She stays on Facebook about Trump.
I just forgot where I was going with that, so probably wasn't that important. Fuck, I'm just pissed. Sorry.
It's shitty right now, man. Like, people feel like...
yeah, I know.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Whether the news app or Facebook or Twitter, any of this, people act like the fucking world is coming apart. And I'm sitting over here, I'm relatively unexposed to this shit, because I'm trying to be unexposed to it. And to me, everything's the fucking same still. I can still go to the mall and spend $20 on corn dogs like a real fucking American. That shit's not changed. It's okay. Calm the fuck down.
Yep. Daryl's dick meat corn dogs ain't went nowhere.
Yeah.
They only went to the top.
Just calm your fucking tits. You can still order, you know, a pizza and have a heart attack. I mean, it's still America, people. Calm down.
Well, it's like, you know, back at the immigration thing, they were saying yesterday, like, he's wanting to rally like 100,000 National Guard troops and go through and start scooping them up. And I'm like, people were like, oh my God, he's about to start cleaning the streets. I'm like, he wants to do that. It's not if he can do that.
Yeah, he's
you
not.
know?
He's not Emperor Trump as much as I joke about that. He's not Monarch Trump.
They're not going to let him start rounding up fucking immigrants and putting them into concentration camps. I mean, he's a piece of shit, but I don't think he's like Nazi regiment.
No,
you know, like
most
piece
of
shit.
That's what the political scene has
They're
evolved
trying
into.
to fucking make him look like Hitler.
That's all politics is anymore. Trying to make the other person look like fucking Hitler. There's no more like intelligent dialogues. It's the first person who can draw a line between the opponent and Hitler.
Yeah, that's the goddamn truth. Nailed on the head, dude.
Because everything's about fucking headlines and punchlines and, you know, sound
Donald
bites.
Trump parts his hair to the right. You know who else parted their hair to the right?
Yeah.
Hitler.
Exactly.
And then somebody said that, and every time something like that, 5 liberals just instantly start weeping for no reason.
Yeah.
They just, whoa!
Like that shit.
They're like trying on shoes and something and having a great day, you know, found out they're having a kid, and they just instantly just get overwhelmed and start crying. So that's how you spot the liberals.
All that shit with that Shia LaBeouf or whatever and his stupid, let's chant at this fucking wall or whatever because that's going to do something.
Let's do this for 4 years.
Yeah.
I seen that video of him like in this face yelling at this Trump supporter and I'm like, celebrity or not, Shia LaBeouf would have got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was like, his loud ass mouth would have got beat half to death. I'm like, where's your fucking shitty ass yellow card to save you now, you little fuck?
That's what I think. That's part of what it is. Some of these, because most of the celebrities are goddamn psychopaths. Because every person who tries to be a big time star, 99% of them are goddamn insane. Because they're doing the thing that they know they're going to fucking fail at. 99% of people trying to do that fucking fail at it. I mean, it's just the way it is. Only a very, very small percentage become successful at it. And the ones that do become successful at it, they think they're fucking gods. That motherfucker thinks he really did save the fucking world from the Transformers.
I really stuck my hand in Megan Fox's ass.
He probably
I really have an Allspark because I'm a wiki.
Yeah. I think some part of them believe that shit. I don't know. We're getting off track here.
It's okay.
Bottom line is, get this shit out of my fucking video games. I mean, this company's supposed to sell me video games and help some people. That's it. Don't fuck around with that.
The video games and politics have never mixed. I mean,
yeah, there's some like cool like political satire type stuff. That's fine, but it'd be like if I loaded up Steam and the front page is like, oh, all your Steam proceeds now go to fight Hillary or fight Trump or fight whatever. I'm like, no, I just want to play some fucking games.
It's pretty shitty. Like, I didn't even know they were doing that, and that kind of turns me off.
And it's like the shittiest fucking bundle I've ever seen on there. $30 is the minimum you can pay for it, and 9 out of
do you get
90%,
White House simulators? I'm pretty sure that's what Donald Trump's using to like be a president right now.
90% of it's just shitty shovelware games, and like the few good titles in there I already own. Why the fuck would I pay $30 for that?
Man, that's
even if I was for all this shit, like for being against all this shit, I would not do this. If I want to donate to a political party, I'll fucking donate to them. There are avenues to do that even more efficiently.
I wonder if the companies that have those games available had to sign off on that.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works.
To me, that just seems like...
Or they might just have, like, time-based contracts where, like, hey, for 6 months, we can put your game on sale if we want to.
Well, in a weird way, that's kind of their way of saying, too, that all gamers are fucking liberals.
Yeah.
And I don't like that tag being thrown in my face. I'm not really a conservative, but I'm not really a fucking liberal either.
Yeah, I don't identify with any of the political tags out there.
Politics is our views are not even our listeners. That's nobody's business.
And that's fucking
and
fine.
That's, if you were wanting to hear us hear this shit, you'd be watching goddamn C-SPAN right now. Like, so, politics just ruins everything. Like, it just ruined our news segment.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, that's fucking it for news. I don't even want to talk about nothing else. Trump done dumped on that.
Yeah, fuck you, Humble Bundle.
Humble Trump. Never mind. Humble Trumple. We're going to humble Trumple. Well, you been playing a few games this week? These noises you hear, by the way, me and Brandon are eating some beer and brats flavored Lay's potato chips.
They ain't shabby.
They ain't bad. They kind of taste like sour cream and onion to me, though.
And you know what? The money from that just goes in some rich motherfucker's pocket. It don't go to no bullshit. So,
yep.
I'm fine with that.
Some dude somewhere is sitting on a goddamn throne made out of Lay's potato chips. And he's just got a little counter up there. Every time he sells a bag of chips, he goes, cha-ching. He's just like, I told everybody in the general goddamn public they couldn't eat just one, and now look at them. They're addicted. He's like selling Lay's like fucking crystal meth. You give them a little, you give them the big grab bag, and they end up coming for the mega grab bag. Then they bring their friends.
I know, we're going to put machines in all schools in the nation that sell these.
At 50 cents a pop, I can make a real right profit.
The real money comes in when they get jobs and they start huffing down 3 bags of these a week. The big party size bags.
We just made that deal with the U.S. government and Donald Trump for population control. They'll never expect the Lays is what's killing the general masses.
I'm pretty sure we do.
They'll blame it on terrorism. They'll blame it on the immigrants.
I can fucking see that, some
God
fat ass
damn
like
it.
me falls over dead. Like, oh my God, how'd he die? He just got done shoveling down 5 hamburgers. I think it was terrorism.
Yeah. He just ate a garbage can full of ice cream, but goddamn, it's
Like,
racist.
the type of logic you see in social media is, oh, it couldn't have been him eating 5 hamburgers. He'd been doing that the whole life and it never killed him.
He done it every day for 20 years, made it just fine.
It was terrorism.
Well, it was that final .02 of fucking plaque on the inside of his heart arteries is the real terrorist here. Oh. Anyway. We've been talking about some random shit tonight.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm going to do a little bit of a hardware review here. I've been meaning to do this for weeks.
Yes, sir.
I got this here 8BitDo Zero controller. It's a Bluetooth controller. It's about 3 inches, maybe 3.5 inches long, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide. Thickness is like a 1/2 inch thick. Really slender controller.
About the size of a Game Boy game.
Yeah,
I just realized.
like cut in half maybe.
Yeah. Like lengthwise.
Yeah. Lengthwise, same length as a Game Boy game. Maybe 2/3 of the height of it.
Give you a good idea for scale.
I keep it on a key ring. And it's not uncomfortable in my pocket. I barely notice it's there. It's great for hooking up to your phone through Bluetooth and playing the shit out of emulators with. Controllers are fucking great on it. It's set up just like a SNES controller, except the start and select buttons are round buttons instead of the spongy bars. The shoulder buttons are my only real complaint with this controller. They're really clicky, especially on a controller this small. It's hard to press some things. You don't have much leverage on them, so if you were playing a game that required rapid pressing of the shoulder buttons, like a fighting game where you want to block stuff easily, that would suck. But at the same time, I wouldn't recommend playing a fighting game with this tiny ass controller.
Yeah.
But for most games, it works great. What do you think about it when you were playing Mario with it?
I really enjoyed it because I sped run the first Mario on Brandon's tablet with it. And, usually wireless controllers are kind of iffy to me.
Yeah.
Because there's always, just a minute, this little minuscule just amount of lag. And if, speed run on Mario, clearing some of the jumps and shit you gotta do, that shit's crucial.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no problems really whatsoever with that. The size was something to kind of get used to, but it's one of those things, once you hold it in your hand for about 5 minutes, you instantly become used to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it only gets more comfortable, I guess, the longer you hold it.
Yeah, the size, some people say that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because, for years I could have bought a full-size Bluetooth controller, but how fucking convenient is that?
Yeah.
I'm not carrying around a full-size controller bigger than my phone in my pocket. I'm just not fucking doing it. This thing, like I said, it fits in my keyring. It's great for that. One thing, the ink on the front and back of it wears off quite quickly over time, which is a huge deal. It's set up to look like a Nintendo controller with the way they have their logo on there.
It's kind of like the Famicom colors.
Yeah.
It's like maroon and white.
And you can get different colors too.
Oh.
But there's ink on the faceplate of it, and on the back there's fine print. All of it wears off over time. Not a huge deal. If you really cared about it, I guess you could scour it off so it just looks white and red or whatever colors you do get. The D-pad, I was really pleased with the D-pad. I've heard mixed reviews on some of the 8BitDo controllers with the D-pad, with it being squishy or, unresponsive. This one's pretty fucking responsive.
Oh, yeah. One of the main things on Mario I do is, especially when turning, if you're jumping columns, to be able to jump from one column.
Flipping back and forth.
Yeah, flipping Mario left to right. And that was one thing, to me, in my Mario playing, that's crucial to me. and it was really, really easy to do.
It's something I noticed looking at it, and I don't know if you can notice it from there, Lyle. It's got a bit of a concave to it, and that assists with the small size of the D-pad, I think, because it gives you a little bit more leverage on the extremities of it.
It makes you rolling from left to right's real fluid feeling.
Yeah,
like it just kind of that dip in the middle. It kind of just cushions your thumb. Along to the other side.
Something that I don't know if you would need on a full-size D-pad, but on this, it makes the small size functional. The face buttons are all great. You can link this thing with your devices in a handful of different modes. I know there's a keyboard mode. There's the normal controller mode. There's some other mode. I know I accidentally hooked it up one time as like a volume controller. It started handling all my volume and shit.
You're just gonna be outside trying to hook it up to your fucking modem. You're just gonna click a button, and a goddamn plane's just gonna drop out of the sky. Huh?
And it's got
terrorism.
It's terrorism. I'm pretty sure it's got a small lithium-ion battery in it. It's rechargeable through USB. Mini, I think it's Type B is what it is. What most older phones have now. It's not the newer Type C, I know that. But most of your older tablets, older phones, they have this USB. Battery life on it's great. I've never run it out of batteries. I just every now and then I'll hook it up just for the hell of it. It don't take long to charge it either.
Nice.
And it's fucking great. Especially on every emulator I've used so far, it works perfectly with. One thing I did find out, because I let a guy at work play with it, and he's like, man, I like that. I'm going to get it. And it's only like $16 on Amazon. You can get different colors. The one I got, you got to look at the different sellers and stuff. The one I got came with this little S-ring attachment I put on the back of my case. It's just a little opposable ring that you can use to prop your phone up or hang it up or stuff. Real handy when you're playing games like that.
Oh, yeah.
So that was cool. I mean, those things are only like $1 or $2, but they threw that in for free over the normal price. So,
kind of makes it more like a gaming kit.
Yeah.
For your phone.
Anyways,
or tablet.
I was showing a guy at work this, and he ordered it, and he wanted me to set up emulators on his iPhone and iPad. Well, that's when I found out that you can't do emulators on iProducts.
Another reason you shouldn't own Crapple stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you technically can, but you got to jailbreak it and jump through hoops to do it. They do not allow emulators on their app store, and they don't easily allow you to install third-party apps. Something Android does very easily. I go on Android, there's one fucking setting in there I change. Very obvious, too.
Yeah, then Brandon can go download like sexy slots from a Malaysian company.
It's just set in Android. It says, allow third-party APKs or apps. Check it. Yes. Okay, you can do it. Not that you have to, because all the emulators are in the Android app stores anyway.
Oh, yeah. There's some actually really good emulators out for Android.
Yeah. One of the things I like about the Game Boy emulator is it automatically saves the battery save when you save it. So, like when I'm on Pokemon and hit save, if I can completely close out the program and it saved that battery save and it'll load it. So
nice.
I remember that for a long time on desktop emulators. That was always an issue. You could technically save the battery saves, but you usually had to jump through hoops or set up special shortcuts to do it. This is just automatic. And
nice.
So that's cool. Overall, I say the 8BitDo Zero is definitely worth getting for mobile gaming. I wouldn't get it for, like, say, a Raspberry Pi system or anything where you can use a full-size controller and it be convenient.
Yeah.
This is strictly for on-the-go type shit. I really recommend getting the 8BitDo Zero.
It's about the same size as a Joy-Con.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Just about.
Yep. Probably more reliable.
Probably. A hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah. This is pretty neat, though. I plan on picking one up. It'd go real good with my tablet I got.
Yeah. Yeah, anything with Bluetooth. I mean, even non-emulators. Any game that supports controller on your phone, it'll work with. And plus, because of all the different modes, if you get some kind of a weird game that only takes in keypad inputs, you could set it up as a keyboard mode, then assign your keys to it, and then there you go.
Nice. So,
However you need to do it, you can do it, and it works.
Hell
8-bit there 0. Check it out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing that in, Brando.
Yeah.
Well, I will just kick off the game I'm going to talk about because Brandon actually was able to get here with me and do a playthrough of it. You can actually do a playthrough of this game in, I'm going to say, like 15, 20 minutes if you're good enough at it. I found a game on my arcade, though, that I'd never played. It's made by Ben Presto, and it came out in 95, and it's known, and the Japanese title is Oni, the Ninja Master. And it pretty much is kind of like, would you say it's kind of like a Souls game for arcade in a weird way? It's like a fighting game, but instead of fighting each other, it's boss battles.
Yeah, nothing but boss battles.
And it starts out...
it reminds me a lot of Ultraman on the Super Nintendo that doesn't suck.
Yeah. A lot more fast-paced.
Yeah.
You can pick 3 characters. I mean, it's all in fucking Japanese, so I don't really know.
There's bigger guy, littler guy, and tit lady.
Yeah, there's tit lady, basic anime dude, and basic anime dude 2 with a stick. One's got a sword and one's got a stick. You have 3 attacks. There's light, medium, and heavy. And there's obviously special moves and shit, but I don't know them. I know, like, pressing forward and hitting one of any of those 3 buttons does, like, a special attack.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting 1 and 2 together allows you to do this Dragon Ball Z shit where you just stand in a spot and fucking...
Charge your
lasers up. Then you can hit buttons 2 and 3, I think it is, and do pretty much like a screen-clearing bomb-style move. You're able to turn into like a big beast and fight back, but it's very, very short-lived, I guess.
Yeah. It seems to me it would be more useful to survive through some kind of an attack, because it looked like there's iframes in there where you don't get hurt while you're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So if you see some fuck-ass attack coming in, you just pop that, and you do some damage to the boss, but the main thing is you didn't die.
You didn't. Well, that would be real helpful, because later on bosses get goddamn ridiculous.
It's a quarter sucker for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'd hate to be having to feed money to that motherfucker, man.
Dude, at a quarter a pop, you could easily spend $20 trying to beat
Oh,
the
yeah.
game.
Well, like in just fake-ass credits, we spent shit. It holds 9, I think, on that screen at a time, and I know we went through that. I had to fill it back up like 2 or 3 times playing. The first boss you fight's like this fucking... Looks like something kind of out of a thing. It's got like an Asian, like a feudal Japan house on its back. A weird face growing out of its chest. Got real long, lanky fucking arms and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty easy.
Relatively easy.
Yeah, relatively easy. It's kind of like when I compared it to the Souls games earlier, you can like double tap direction in either direction. You can either like charge forward or dodge back. And I figured out that first boss, just dodging back and fucking just, when he gets close, doing the main heavy attack, it's about the best thing you could do.
Main thing is avoid his flamethrower attack.
Yeah. The second boss is a giant like totem pole in Titicaca that you have to fight. And,
who has the Indian guy from Street Fighter living inside of him.
He shoots a huge Dhalsim head out of his dick hole, pretty much. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. I doubt it, but that's what it looks like. And that shit does jack damage. And you can't... He does it pretty frequently, so when he starts doing that toward, like... There he is, actually. And the last of the phase, like, it's almost impossible to dodge that shit or attack it because it just hits you. But you beat him, you go to a third level where you fight this thing called the Iceman, and that's, I guess, about third boss when shit starts getting goddamn really unrelenting.
Yeah.
Like, it's already pretty hard, the first 2, but the third one, it's this big dude made out of ice, big blue dude. He just fucking barrages you with these punches. And blocking is a key thing on this game.
It is.
Like,
even though you do take damage blocking, it's better than not blocking.
like, there's certain fights on the game where you literally have to stand there and block for about 85% of the whole match. And then you'll get like 1 second or two to make a couple hits, and then you go back to blocking. You beat the Iceman, though, and then you fight some German chick in a tank with rockin' tits.
Yeah.
And that fucking tank is goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah. She's sporting some nice cans inside of that can. The damn barrage of bullshit she sends your way is pretty intense. I think what I figured out was staying right on her cunt.
And
this layer.
Muff pounding the night away, like...
Yeah, because if you get back, she has like this mortar attack that just fucks your shit up.
Like, you can't even jump and dodge it. Like,
No.
it goes from top of the screen down, and just... It's like... It's enough to wipe out a complete health bar.
Yeah.
If you're standing there and not blocking. Like, it's goddamn ridiculous. But you managed to beat that. And then, I'm trying to think. After... Was that the Iceman's the third one?
Frankenstein
is the fifth
Victor.
one. There's one before the Franken... And then, I was the tank. The girl in the tank, then the Frankenstein.
Yeah.
The Frankenstein's pretty fucking hard too.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of like overhead punches and like this thing where he looks like he's like jumping off the top ropes. He just spins and lands on you.
Yeah.
And that fucks you up. And then you pretty much fight Damien as the last boss, this little genetically modified bastard that shoots goddamn lasers 360.
Giant naked baby.
And that's the match where you, like, 85% of that match is spent blocking.
The key is getting him out of the fucking middle of
If he
the map.
gets in the middle, he does this
shit.
ultimate attack where it just throws lasers 360 around the room, and there's no fucking dodging it.
He'll
at
do
all.
that, and then usually if you didn't block that, your character is dazed, and before you become undazed, he comes forward and does this little like forward shooting laser blast attack. Then he goes back to the middle and starts it all over again. So
fucking ridiculous.
unless you get lucky or know what you're doing, it's easy to get stun locked on that boss.
That's what we spent the most time doing, was that actual match, because it's more defense than anything.
Yeah. It's more quarter spending than anything.
Yeah, that was... I mean, you can beat the game in literally 15 to 20 minutes.
I would say the game was fair up until that point. That last boss was unfair.
They do that, just...
Because they know you're there.
They're
It's
like,
the last boss.
Oh, we're going to make a lot of money in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Somebody else is going to come and put their money into it in 20 minutes.
They suck you in. You think you're doing pretty fucking good. You've been fighting all these hard bosses. You're right at the end boss.
Well, it seems like one of those games where if somebody's really badass at, they could sit there and actually pick apart all the patterns and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be one of them games, like, somebody out there in Japan, I'm sure, is a fucking badass at that game. Like, knows, what every little sprite move and shit's going to lead to next, Oh, his arm's approximately halfway behind his leg. He's about to do this attack where he shits on your mother. But
you gotta watch this. It varies 3 pixels from the other attack where he shits on your father.
Yeah, that's true. More than my mere palette swap. He's dumping his palette on them, actually. But yeah, check it out. It's called Oni the Ninja Master. You can, it's a MAME game. I got it on my cabinet, so be fairly easy to play.
Well, I'm bringing in another main game. Because I was working on my arcade cabinet. I've been having a sound issue. I finally got it fixed. So, playing around with that, I came across another cave shooter. I've been playing shit out of shooters here lately just because...
That's cool.
It's easy to pick up and lose yourself in those things. It's nothing but like hand-eye coordination. There's no real thought in them. So I like that. I just sat there drooling while my fingers and hands are just wiggling away, Yeah.
Out in the classroom of the world.
Yeah, out in the classrooms of the world.
That's funny you say that. I played through a couple boards of Don Don Punchy earlier this morning, waiting on Emerald to get ready.
Yeah, this game is... I don't want to fuck up the name. I think it's Mushuhime Sama Futari. It will be spelled correctly in the show notes.
Shiza.
It is a cave bullet hell vertical shooter. It was released in the arcades in 2006, and it hit Xbox 360 in 2009. And from what I've saw, it is region free. So even though it's a Japanese title, if you get it, I mean, double check me here, but if you get it, you should be able to play it on your American Xbox 360.
Nice.
Otherwise, it's on MAME. You're going to need a fairly beefy MAME computer for it, and I say beefy as in better than the 9.3. A lot of main computers I say are like Core 2 Duo or lower, because most main games run fine on ancient ass computers. On my i3, there were some moments that it slowed down. I don't know. You could probably have an i7 and there would still be some moments where you'd get slowdowns on it. But it runs pretty damn good anyways. The weird ass name translates to Bug Princess Duo. Because there's two characters in the game, and you fight nothing but biological enemies. Most of them are bugs in this, and that's what I really like about it. Is instead of flying robots and shit, most of it's just badass looking biological enemies. Like the first boss of the first level, the main boss, was this giant ass. I think it's a T-Rex, some kind of a fucking dinosaur chasing your ass, and you're flying backwards shooting at him. And as you deal him damage, like his skin blows off a skull, and he's just like a skull with eyeballs chasing you.
Nice.
It's pretty damn cool. The difficulty of it's no Dodonpachi, but at the same time it ramps up pretty heavily. There's 3 buttons in the game. There's your concentrated fire button, and while you're doing your concentrated fire button, you got a narrow spread. You move a lot slower, probably 2/3, maybe half speed, and there's no magnet for picking up these gems all over the screen, or what you pick up for points.
So you actually have to fly over them to.
Yeah, if you're holding that down. And normal, if you're not firing or if you're using the widespread fire button, you have a magnet and it picks those up.
Oh, okay.
The widespread fire is, as said, it spreads out more across the screen, and it's generally what you'll use the most throughout the game. Because you move at full speed while using it, or if it slows you down, it's negligible. I couldn't tell a difference. So definitely for all of the non-boss enemies, it takes care of them plenty fast. For the bosses, what I would do is I would hold down the widespread fire button. I would hold down the concentrated fire button, and when complex patterns came up that I really needed my speed, or there was power-ups I needed, I would put my finger on the widespread fire button, which would override the concentrated fire. So I could hold down the concentrated fire the whole time and toggle on and off the widespread with my other finger.
Oh, nice.
So that way I can optimize my time that I'm concentrating my fire versus dodging around and getting lower damage. And then there's a bomb/bullet wipe button. The damage from it is I mean, it'll clear off shit enemies fine. Bosses, not much so much.
Yeah.
Main thing is it clears the bullets off the screen, which is a huge fucking...
You get in a pickle where you're about to fucking eat it. You can just blow one of them and save yourself. Yeah.
Not a whole lot to say about it. Beyond that, it does have decent music to it. I brought in one of my favorite tracks.
Tonight at Club Europe, it's DJ Sanders live at 7. And at 9, the party heats up with DJ Slim and the Core Girls.
I like it starts incorporating like Oriental music into it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. That's cool. That makes me think of I got a shooter for PlayStation, and the music's very similar to that. I can't remember the name.
The Naked Man one?
No, it's the other one I got. Gaia Seed, I think's the name of it. The one where it's like, pollution is killing our environment.
Yeah.
I will. Pollution. I like that, though.
This game's got 3 modes to it. There's original mode, which is what I played, and then there's manic mode and ultra mode. I have not touched those. I imagine that's getting butt raped mode, so this is actually a sequel to the original game, Mushihime Sama, lacking the Futari part of it, which the sequel played faster. There's a lot more bullets on the screen than the original, and you had 2 characters. The first one was this one character. You had a few different, you could pick a couple different fire spreads, but still one character. You can get the original on Steam and probably other platforms. I didn't look into it. It's definitely a lot easier, but the first one was still pretty good. So check out either of these.
I'll have to give that a look. I'm always on the lookout for good shooters. I'll go in them. I go in them spurts where I'll get real big in like bullet hell for a little while, and then I'll go to something else, and I'll end up coming back.
And that's what I love about my main list. I got a curated list where like there's enough games on there. I don't know what all I have, but 90% of them are pretty damn good. So it's a lot better than just throwing a full ROM set on there.
Oh yeah.
So it's just something I found at random, just going through there. So definitely recommend checking it out if you like hectic cave shooters. I think I like it better than Dodonpachi because it's not quite so butt rapey.
I said Dodonpachi earlier like an idiot.
It looks like that.
Excuse me.
But yeah, check it out.
Nice. I'll have to look that shit up. I'll have to be sure to write that title down.
It'll be in the show notes, so you can just copy paste.
Nice. Well, hell yeah. Anything else we need to talk about tonight?
That's all I got to say.
That's about it for me. We about an hour and 12 minutes in. We about an hour in there. About an hour in there.
We did have a call from Nick in Michigan, but I think his phone cut out on him at about 5 seconds in. So, Nick, you might want to give us another call there, buddy.
Do that, sir. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from all of you. And most of you do know and just choose not to call us. And terrible things have been known to happen. And here's just a snip of what's going to happen if you don't call us.
For those of you who haven't called the show, a warning. If you do not call, you will awaken Satan. An infant shall fall from the sky. Bears will feast on the slow and the witless. Vaginas will turn to stone. Serpents rise from the ground. Fly into your sphincter and bite. Demons will travel back in time and rape your father. Hell, Satan! You've been warned.
Hell fucking Satan, man. That's who we should have elected president.
Yeah. Instead of literally Satan, we should have just elected Satan. I mean,
yeah. He prefers you call him Satan.
Shaitan.
In his hipster circles, he's known as Satan. That's the PC way of saying Satan. But yeah, you should call us. Let us know. Let us know about how video games are where you live. How about that? That's a new question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question. There's a question of the week for you. We ain't giving you nothing for answering it. But, sorry. We'll give you a
big old bunch of fuck.
Yeah, a big old bundle of fuck.
But we won't send Alexander Shunarahanaloo after you.
No. We don't have enough money to afford his services. Our lawyer's not that top notch. We can't afford him, so we have I think ours is called like the Alabama Rock Axe or some shit like that.
I will testify to his effectiveness. I've never hired him, but I've been on the receiving end. He has personally finger blasted my family into financial oblivion. So the next 6 generations of my family are going to be destitute and homeless.
Well, hopefully y'all can go wash your clothes at Mankind's Laundromat. Because that's a perfect place, it sounds like, for your family.
Yeah. We'll have a nice day.
Yeah. I hope so. You can follow us at goodolegamers.com. Find us at our Facebook, Good Ole Gamers Podcast. blah, 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 diggity, diggity, diggy, suck a dick. You know where to find everything. It's all on there. If not, look on the right-hand column of goodolegamers.com. There's all kinds of little buttons you can click there.
Hey, if any of y'all know cool shit to do while in Orlando, let me know.
Yeah. If anybody is listening to Orlando and would like to visit Brandon, be sure to let him know on the show. You can hit him up at Brandon at Good Ole Gamers Podcast, and he will give you his address, phone number, waist size, and social security number.
I will get a tattoo of your name on my ass. How about that?
Cool. I might call in. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see your ass just say, wow. Everybody be like, why are you like looking at that? And I'd be like, why not? But yeah, you're going in May?
May 26th is when we're leaving. We're going to stop in Panama City at the beach for a day. Then we're going to Disney World.
Nice.
Stay there for a whole week and spending all my money.
Yeah, I think me and Emerald's in the working stages of planning a trip to the Caribbean, maybe in November or so for my birthday. But we shall see. Anywho, we're going to start rambling about that shit. Listen, like, share, do all that shit. Call us, write us shit, do what you're going to do or not like usual. It don't matter.
Call us a bunch of butt fuckers. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't matter.
Good, bad, sad. Want to hear it.
You didn't like us here and talking shit about Donald Trump? Call us and tell us why. We can't promise that we'll answer the call, but call us. Actually, let's just not do that. Like we said, we want to keep fucking politics as far away from our goddamn video games as possible.
Yeah.
So, do not call us if you have a political related
we
ordeal.
Can bitch about people bitching about politics, but we're not going to do politics itself.
Yeah, damn right. We're not C-SPAN.
Yeah.
So, do all that. Check us out. We'll be coming back at you next week with some more random shit to talk about.
Yeah.
May try to get a guest.
The 21st, the new Berserk game hits.
Ooh.
And I've done pre-purchased it. First game I've pre-purchased, other than the new Pillars of Eternity.
2 days from now.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I'll be talking about that. It's not a retro game, obviously, but it's got retro roots. Berserk started in like 1990 or maybe 89, something like that. So I'll be talking about that. I don't think it's going to be an amazing game, but it's a game with Berserk on it, so I'm going to be buying it. There's not many titles I can say that about, but Berserk, if it's a thing with Berserk on it, I'll buy it.
Yeah, go back and listen to our episode Guts, Rage, and Hand Towels, I think was the name of it.
Yeah, I think so.
That was my first experience with
Dreamcast.
Berserk. Yep.
I need to get a hold of my old copy of the PlayStation 2 Berserk game from my buddy Juice. He has my PlayStation that I modded. It's the only reason I ever bought a PlayStation 2 is to play that game. I modded it to play any region games, and I got just to play that game. And it's a pretty damn good game. I need to get my hands on it.
Is it completely in Japanese?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as you know.
It's a hack and slash, man.
Yeah.
There's one.
You're not playing fucking Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
If you've read the manga, you know the story that you're following, and there's like 5 stats that you can upgrade as you go through the game, and you can just look up at people have made a little picture that shows you what that shit means, so you can just upgrade based on that.
Oh, that's cool.
So
you can visually learn how to.
Yeah, I mean, hack and slash. You got a few special moves, and you kill shit with a big giant fucking sword. So
yeah,
you don't need English to know that.
Das ist true.
But yeah, I'll definitely be talking about that. It's a Dynasty Warriors or Muso game, like Hyrule Warriors, that kind of thing, except it's Berserk. The name of the game is fucked. They called it Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. I'm like, why didn't you just call it Guts and His Friends for that matter?
No shit.
The guy's name
Guts and Pal.
The guy's name isn't Berserk, and Berserk's a pretty cool guy. He kills lots of children and isn't afraid of anything. Yeah.
I mean, the motherfucker will light himself on fire to kill a bunch of fucking kids. Essentially, like, fuck you. Your point is invalid.
I'm hoping it's supposed to be covering like a shitload of the story. I'm hoping I get to relive that moment in the game.
That would be badass.
Yeah. And it's going to, like most Muso games, you got a handful of playable characters. One of them you can play as is The first, well, I guess the second apostle you really get to encounter in the manga. He's totally out of the anime. His name is Wild, and he's basically a big giant rape monkey. So you get to play as him, and it's been pretty cool.
Just get to go like kick doors open and rape people.
It spawned one of my favorite lines from the shitty fan scan translations of the manga, because originally that's how I read it, is people would scan the manga and translate it in English themselves. And one of the scenes has Wild. He pops a big ass boner, and he's like I think he's starting to rape somebody or something. And in the fan translation, it shows Guts getting all pissed with his giant sword, about to cut it off, and he says, "Don't be popping boners over my head."
I'm pretty sure we've all said that same thing to somebody at some point. Haven't we?
Maybe.
Haven't we?
And there's another one. I'm gonna break our PC code. If you want to edit it out, we can. But I'm quoting this verbatim.
We ain't editing shit. People don't like it. They ain't got to fucking listen to us.
There's one part where I think one of the apostles is like mentioning how Guts is, is basically a monster because of the monster things he's done. And I think he points a knife at him, and he's like, "Don't let me in with you faggot ass monsters." It's a lot different.
Some guy from Detroit translated that, probably.
It's a lot different in the Dark Horse translations. I really recommend those over the fan ones. I mean, the fan ones are funny because of that, but
it's about like, does not want.
But yeah,
that's pretty good.
I'll talk Berserk next week. So yeah,
very nice. Oh, one last thing that's kind of late news. I wanted to say, I was thinking about Songbringer, the game that me and Brandon we interviewed Nathaniel Weiss. Did I get that right?
Weiss or Weiss? One of the two.
We interviewed him a while ago. It's been a long while.
And within like our first 10 episodes, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We pretty much got him loosely involved in the whole retro VGS thing before all that turned into the shit fuckery it was. Anyways, they just finally announced Songbringer is about to be coming out on Steam, PS4, and Xbox One, finally, later in this year. So, might try to line something up with him, maybe.
At the very least, we got to do a whole episode on it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
That game looks fucking badass. The more I see of it, it just looks...
Heavy Metal Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, that's... I'm down with that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool with me. That was a fun interview, so if y'all get bored of listening to this new shit, go back and listen to some of the old shit. It's archived for those purposes.
Audio quality is a little rough, but whatever.
Yeah,
we were learning.
It's the origins. Yeah, that's like this is the sequel, bigger, better production value, I guess.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna stop talking. We'll be coming back at you next week, like I've done said, and all that shit. So until next week, game over, man.
Game over.
Because I am your goddamn lawyer, and if you don't call and hire me, I'll go to hell for what I'll do to your fucking family.